into the show. Thank y'all for waiting for me. All right. I was trying to wrap up something right quick. Happy Monday. Okay, happy Monday. Thank y'all for letting me sleep in today because, baby, I sure did need it. When I tell y'all I was so tired, it just felt good this morning to just lay there. Y'all know how it feels to just lay there and not have any urgency to jump up and go anywhere or do anything. That was that feeling this morning. So thank y'all. I slept so good in this morning. Thank the Lord, because I needed it, baby. I was tired. That jumping up every morning at 6 o'clock. So if I could have a morning where I could just sleep in. So this is why our show is very late this morning, because I had to sleep in and it felt good. So hopefully you guys are having a happy Monday and happy Memorial Day, Lord. Happy Labor Day. I'm talking about Memorial Day. Happy Labor Day to everybody, okay? If you're off today, please get outside, enjoy your day. It's really nice out. Me and my family, we get ready to get out and do some things as well. And just enjoy the day, all right? Enjoy being off. For those of you that have to work, make the most of it, okay? Because there's so many people out there that can't work, that would love to work. So go on in there and get that cheddar and make it more better. And I know that ain't more better is not the way to say it, but y'all know what I mean, okay? But let's go ahead and speak to everybody before we jump into the show. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Ooh. All right. Let's go ahead and speak. Let's see. Erica Butler, you first. She says, happy Labor Day. Hi. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Miss Anita Lewis. Thanks for being here. Miss Mary, thank you for being here. Miss Mary Giles, got a lot of Marys. Betty Brockington is here. Said good afternoon to everyone. Had to work today. Said it's break time now and I'm ready to go. Hey, okay. Enjoy your break time. Hello, let's talk life. Thanks for being here. Says Ernesto is back in the news again. He's a mess for sure. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that here in a second. All right, Ernesto is definitely on the list. I've had people sending me stuff, asking me to talk about it, so we're gonna get into it. Thanks so much, Shirley Terry, for being here. Adrian Wiley, I see you here. Thanks for being here, love. No Filter Fine is in the building. Says hello, everyone. Hello, Velma Sadler is here. Maria Perry is here. Stacy Lane is here. She says happy Labor Day. Really real. It's Rose Olmstead. Okay, so she's speaking to everybody. Hey. April RN Virgo. Hi, thanks for being here. Felicia is here. Simple Mom Family TV. She's a content creator. She is also here. Thanks for being here. Says, hey, really, howdy family. Hi, Alice Smith is here. Helen Thomas is here. Adrian Wiley again is here. Niecy Smith is here. Darlene Mungum, thanks for being here, love. Kim Jones is in the building. Bernadette is in the house. Okay, she says happy Labor Day to everyone. Carla Van Zandt is here. Shirley Bishop. What am I talking about, Sheila? Shirley Bishop is here. Hi, Just a T, please, is in the building. Thanks for being here. She's a content creator. Y'all check her out. What up to my top flight mod? Rose Armstead is here. Darlene Mungum, thanks again for being here. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming on over. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to get all my stuff together here because, child, we got some stuff to talk about, and I want to make sure I don't leave anything outside. All right, hold on. Woo. Y'all. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that won't go with that. I usually be having all my stuff together, y'all, but sometimes. Right, hold on. Paper up here when I'm writing music. I got all kind of stuff, y'all. Jesus Christ. All right, hold on. Yeah, hold on, y'all. Give me a second, all right? I'm usually prepared. Give me a second. Let me get my stuff. I have one more sheet that I need. I don't want to leave nothing out, honey. Because, baby, the news is newsing today. It is newsing. Let me give y'all some music while y'all waiting for me, okay? Y'all jam out till I get this paper. Okay. All right, so let's pick up where we left off. Tiffany Thomas is here. Good morning. Good morning, Shirley Terry. Good morning, Adrian Wiley. My other top flight mod is in the building. Sweet Essence. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Hey, D Nice. Thanks for being here. It's going down. I see some of you guys. I see my other top flight mod, KBR's in the house. They in the house tonight. Y'all better not act. Today. Y'all better not act up in the chat today, because they're gonna be slamming you down on your forehead. All right. Don't be hitting me up in the chat or in the DM to my rail. What happened while I'm blocked? Hey, top flight mods is on it, and I don't question it. Okay, they know what to do. Whatever they decide to do, that's what it is. It's up and stuck if y'all gonna head in the food. Okay, so let's try to keep it cute and on mute. All right. Kim Jones, I see you. Shirley Terry, I see you. Adrian Wiley and everybody else. All right, so we spoke to everybody. Let's go ahead and jump in. Again, happy Labor Day to everybody, and everything said in this video is alleged in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. I see you, Kim. I see ya. All right, I see you. Let's go on and jump in. Yeah, the top flight miles is on it, child. They own it. They own it, doggone it. All right, let's get into it. All right, so Marlo Hampton, y'all. Marlo Hampton is having it out. Seems that she is agreeing with Simon. She's agreeing with Simon in this whole Porsha and Simon debacle. Okay, let's go ahead and share screens, honey, so y'all can see what I mean. All right, hold on. All right. According to the Real Housewives of Atlanta page, it says that Marlo Hampton recently revealed that she actually knew Simon before she ever met Porsha, and that she's making it very clear that she is on Simon's side. Now, my thing is, what the hell you got to do with this? Okay, it's giving that you a clout chasing in this situation, Marlo. Now, it says that according to Marlo, that Porsha is simply reaping what she sowed and chasing after a lavish lifestyle at Simon's expense, even though she already had a house of her own, which she did. Now, it says that Marlo claimed that Porsha's real issue is dissatisfaction, and no matter what she has, that it's never enough. And it goes on to say that she even went as far as to suggest that Porsha is jealous of her longtime friend Shamia and envious of the wealth and stability that she sees in her lifestyle, which fuels her constant desire to level up in ways that never seem to bring her peace. Child, that's a mouthful, okay? Now, some of that I have to agree with. Marlo, I mean, it's giving right message, wrong messenger. It's giving that you're not on the show anymore. So any type of clout that you can attach yourself to in order to stay relevant, Marlo, that's what it's giving right now. Okay. We didn't ask for you to speak up. Thank you for knowing Simon before Porsha did. Thank you for putting your 2 cents in, but we didn't really care. All right. We didn't really care. When you going to have your house built? Because that was your storyline a few seasons back, and you still in that damn townhouse. Focus on that. Focus on that level up. See, I have a problem with people always calling out what other people got going on, and they're still stagnant in the same place that they were when we last talked about you. You feel me? So, yeah, we do know that Porsha does like extravagant lifestyles, and she do date men and or marry men, rather, that can get her to a higher level in terms of where she needs to be versus feeling like she has to do like everybody else and work their ass off for it. Now, she does have some businesses. We got to give her that. She is a businesswoman, but she likes to try to cheat a little bit and get ahead a little bit faster. And by doing that, sometimes she chooses men that just aren't good for her. All right. Like Simon. We knew Simon was not for her. She dated Simon because Simon had some money. He was giving her 20K, 30K before they got married. Once they got married, he bumped it up to 40K. So Porsha is about that almighty dollar. She's about that lifestyle. Okay. She likes that. But on the flip side, she continues to be heartbroken every time she does it. We know before that she married Cordell Stewart, all right, which turned out to be a disaster as well. So I really hope that she just takes this time to regain her peace and center herself and figure out her next move, which I hope is not getting married again. All right, focus on yourself, your baby, your businesses, and getting out of this bullshit with Simon, because it seems to be never ending. All right, let's move on, child. Let's move on. Now, since we are talking about some people from Real Housewives of Atlanta, let's get into this Peter Thomas news, because he is facing some more charges. Y'all know he's already in jail serving his time for not paying his taxes, for tax evasion. All right. But it seems that he got some felony charges that's pending in the amount of $2.5 million. Okay. For y'all remember we talked about some time back with the employees, his employees at his bar one. restaurants. He had many, and I think 3 different locations he was not paying them. And then when he did try to pay them per check, the checks bounced. And we had, I showed you guys a video of one of his employees who went live at one of his Bar One locations. I want to say the one was in Miami, where they exposed him for taking their tips as well and not paying them and giving them checks to go in cash that were bounced. So they started cooperating with the unemployment office and with the feds on this particular case. And now they're saying that Peter Thomas, honey, is allegedly facing some charges for spending $2.5 million and withheld from employees' paychecks at his Charlotte, Miami, and Baltimore sports bar, which we know to be Bar One. That's Peter. Y'all remember Peter was married once to Cynthia Bailey. All right. Peter, where you already in jail? That's the good thing. You ain't got to go nowhere. Just stay. All right. Go and get the rest of that time on the back end and go on to serve it. Okay. Because nobody tell you be stealing your employees' money. Like if you having some hard times like that, you might want to shut down maybe 2 of your locations and focus on one. See, when you're trying to be greedy and you're trying to make people think you got it like that when you don't, because in addition to him having some money issues with his Bar One locations, he also was having some issues with the house that he was renting in Baltimore that he was not paying the rent for, that he went for months. And I'm trying to figure out how he stayed there that long, months behind in said rent. So his landlord is also suing him for not paying his rent. Now, they're saying that reality TV personality and entrepreneur Peter Thomas, best known for his appearances on The Real Housewives of Atlanta and for owning a chain of sports bars across the United States, is now at the center of a major legal storm. Now, federal authorities allege that Thomas withheld millions of dollars in payroll taxes from employees at his restaurants in Charlotte, Miami, and Baltimore, only to spend on the funds on personal luxuries instead of turning them over to the IRS. So he is also facing charges for not paying his employees, okay, and lying to the government. All right. Now, allegations of $2.5 million scheme. According to the court filings, Thomas businesses failed to remit approximately $2.5 million in employment taxes and were deducted from employees' paychecks over several years. So how the fuck you taking it out their check and they ain't even getting paid? Now, prosecutors argue that rather than fulfilling his legal obligation to forward these funds to the government, that Thomas allegedly diverted to cover travel, real estate investment, and other personal expenditures. Fool. Now, said that the federal indictment paints a troubling picture. Workers at his establishment did their jobs, paid their fair share of taxes, and trusted that their withholdings were being handled correctly, only to learn that later that their employer may have been pocketing their money. All right, so that's pretty much a gist of what's going on. So Peter may be facing more charges for not paying his employees, all right, because that's illegal. You can't take out taxes and then keep the money of the taxes you're taking out. So not only is he in trouble with the government, but he's also in trouble with what is it, where you like unemployment, because his people had to file for unemployment as well for having to leave the job because his businesses got shut down. So they were pretty much out there with no damn job and no money coming in. And the money that he did owe them, he still have not paid them for that money. So he's in a lot of trouble, Peter. I don't know what to say about you, but see, you so worried about Simon. I talked about him the other day when he was talking about Simon and how it was effed up, how Porsha was doing Simon. That's the least of your worries. Like, let Simon fight his own battles. I feel like what you got going on, Peter, is much, much worse than anything that Simon got going on. I really feel like that. So, yeah, they said, I'm happy that Cynthia got out of that before she got caught. Right. Yeah, his ass going to be still sitting up in there. So you're going to serve that Fed time for, I think they said 2 years is what he was facing for the, and I'm surprised he only got 2. I'm really shocked by that, for the tax evasion. So damn, Peter. Let's get into this next topic, y'all, because Tia Kemp is snapping off. And y'all know anytime Tia Kemp is going off, I absolutely love it because I like her. All right, what up, schoolboy? I'll see you in the house. Let's get into it. Let me get over here and get this down. Thank y'all so much for being here. Let's get into it, honey. All right, so Tia Kemp responds to social users, honey, calling her a bitter baby mama for shading Rick Ross's new girlfriend. She says it is up till the day I say it's over. Ho. That is absolutely something she would say. All right, people were trying to say you just jealous that he moved on and got a new girlfriend, but she's like, no, I've been had beef with this nigga, so yeah, it's all the way up and stuck until I say it's over. Let's get into it because y'all know her mouth, child, is whoo Lord. Let's go.
There's a war over on Twitter about me. Hoes got something to say because I have something to say about a fuck nigga and any bitch he fuck with. Let me tell you pussy assholes something, man. Y'all hoes wasn't there when a bitch was throwing sword on my motherfucking name. Bitch, it's up till I say it's over, ho. Yeah, bitch, don't ever think you can fuck with me and fuck over me, and you could think you could turn it off when you want to. Bitch, I said if he go get 1,000 hoes, if I find out them hoes sucking 1,000 dicks for $1,000, that's $1 a dick. I'm coming to tell y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna come tell y'all. You wanna know why? Because a bitch never gave me my flowers. They always talk bad about me. Bitch never gave me my flowers. Bitch.
Please give her flowers, girl. Please give her these flowers, okay?
Till you give me mine and tell these motherfuckers how great I've been to mine and did a very well job. I may get off your funky, big, wide, hairy back ass. Other than that, call me a bit of
funky, big, wide, hairy back ass. Damn. Damn, Rick Ross.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck. At least I ain't a hoe sucking 1,000 dicks for $1,000. That's $1 a dick, bitch. My pussy ain't online. Yeah, I ain't on no net. Hoe tricking. Nah, hell nah. So therefore, I'ma say what the fuck I want to. Cause if it was me, you hoes would be talking about me. Yeah, you hoes will have me all over the internet. Look at this hoe was selling pussy 15 years ago. Look at this bitch Tia. Yeah, you hoes will be talking about me. So guess what? Bitch. You laugh when a bitch was talking about me, calling me out my name and calling me names. So, don't come try to be my motherfucking fan and friend now. Ho, run your fuck ass back over there. Yeah, ho. Go be a fan of the prostitutes, ho. Yeah, do that for me. I don't need you, bitch. Bye. I heard it.
Baby. Ain't nothing else to be said. When I tell you, Tia Kemp will clear you if you try her. Okay, I love her. I don't care what nobody say. You cannot make me hate Tia Kemp. You cannot make me hate Tia Kemp. All right, and every time they up and try her about Rick Ross, she don't give a damn about who he date. She just want her money that she's supposed to get every month. They do share a child together, and she trying to send her child to college. So she's like, yeah, nigga, come up off the coin. I don't give a damn. You can date 1,000 hoes, but don't, hey, they better not interfere with this check. That's what they best not do. All right, so she was checking people because they were trying to cover her online. Like, girl, you just salty. You are salty because Rick Ross moved on with that new girl. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. And not that I judge women, but I feel like Tia Kemp is, okay, let's just go there. That's all I was like. In the looks department and all that. And I ain't trying to call the girl ugly, but I do feel like she's a little mediocre. She's a mediocre type of chick compared to Tia. And Tia gonna always let y'all know that. But shout out to Tia, girl. And shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Because, baby, I bet y'all won't try her no more. Y'all better go ahead and give her them damn flowers. Because, baby, she felt a way about them flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers she was looking for. But child roses, I don't care what color. Go on and send them on over there so she can calm it down, baby. Because y'all know Tia. Whew, Lord. All right. Let's move along, girl. They said Rick Ross has moved on 30 to 45 days. Right. And he is not no prize. He's just a nigga with money. I promise you. Rick Ross is not a prize. Can you imagine turning over and look at his ass? He looked like a damn seal. He looked like a damn seal with tattoos. I wouldn't want to roll over and look at that. He just, child. What's the buzz? What's the buzz with him, child? It's nothing. I promise. I don't even know what the hell she was doing with him. He was fatter than that when she was with him back in the day. I mean, the nigga wasn't nothing but a damn security guard before he got on. I'm just saying, go look it up. Rick Ross was a security guard at a jail before he got on. So somebody said Ross is sexy. Okay, you can have it. I ain't even gonna fight you over him. Okay. Now you say Boris Kojo, y'all know how I feel about Boris Kojo. Boris Kojo is my celebrity crush. All right, I love him. But Rick Ross, y'all can have that shit. Yeah, I don't do no buffet eating looking nigga type of nigga. All right, y'all can have that. All right, a nigga eat 47 pieces of chicken in one sitting. Bitch, no. All right, so terrible. Now, it says that a mother's boyfriend fatally pows a 16-year-old who was returning home through a back door after mistaking him for a burglar. Now, see, why the hell you coming home late at night at 16 anyway? Where the hell you been? At 3 a.m. to be exact. No, sir. My 16-year-old would not be out at no damn 3 o'clock in the morning. That's on period. All right, this is an unfortunate situation. Let's get into it. Said Boris is in a whole nother right, boy, and he speak them languages. Okay, you say some slick shit to me in a different language, baby. Okay, panties disappear. Yeah, they will, girl. All right, so let's get into it. Now, a 16-year-old boy was pow and unalive Monday morning in Atlanta, Glen Rose Heights neighborhood after reportedly being mistaken for a burglar inside his own home. Now, said that according to multiple reports that police say that the teenager was coming in through the back door around 3 a.m. when a resident inside opened powing and believing someone was breaking in. Now, the resident is believed to have been the boyfriend of the boy's mom. Now, the powing happened at a home on Mulberry Road. After the powing, said the police say that the boyfriend took off and left the scene. Now, officers are now looking for him as the investigation continues. Now, I think why you running? Probably because he's scared. He knows what's getting ready to come after that. But I mean, at least stay there and tell your story and say, hey, I really thought he was, somebody breaking into the house. I didn't know it was him. Da, da, da. When you run, it make you look guilty. Okay. Stay your ass there, did that police report, let them know. Even if they take you downtown, at least you could tell your side. But when you run and make it seem like your story is not what you were trying to say it was, that he was a burglar or that you didn't see him and or know who he was. All right. Because now they're going to start digging up, because I've seen enough first 48s. They're going to start digging up the relationship between you and the 16-year-old. Did y'all have some tension in the house? Like, what was it? All right. You could have been saying, hey, I thought he was breaking in, but you really saw him and you used that as an excuse to take him out. It could be that. All right. I don't know, but we're going to keep our eyes up on that and see how that happens and pan out. All right. Let's move on. All right, so by now you guys have seen and or know about YSL member Woody, Lil Woody to be exact. They're saying he is in stable condition. He was in a motorbike accident where he got hit while he was on his motorbike, flew up into the air. I do have a video, but I'm kind of iffy if I want to show it. I probably won't. You guys can go over to the neighborhood talk and pull it up for yourself. But it says the prayers up, Little Woody here. Get out of here, Tisha and Wanda. Damn. They are in stable condition after being knocked off his dirt bike. All right. It was a pretty bad accident. He went way up in the air. So I'm really shocked that he is okay. But prayers up, child. Prayers up. Regardless of the fact, yes, he is a part of gang and all that. But I don't wish to see nobody go through no shit like that. That was a lot. So let's get into what he had to say, though. He is speaking, and he appears to be coherent. So I guess he's okay. He's just very bruised up. He may have some broken bones as well. But let's get into it.
God gonna protect those that do the work of the Lord. No matter what goes on, pray, ask for forgiveness. God will come through and protect you at all costs, even in the time of pain. God gonna protect those that do the work of the Lord. No matter what goes on, pray, ask for forgiveness. God will come through and protect you at all costs, even in the time of pain.
Okay. So y'all see that, honey? He's having a God moment. And it's something y'all don't ever hear about. People talk about God until they get into a very sticky situation where it look like they ain't gonna make it. Now, just the other day, I was just looking at Woody. He was on there throwing money up, fanning money all over the place. Motherfucker, bitch, this, da, da, da. But as soon as he get into this accident, honey, pray and ask the Lord to forgive you. Hallelujah. He on that. Now, I'm trying to tell you, the Lord will put you in a situation where you can remember him and you will definitely acknowledge God. All right. You be talking about God for real. All right, so let's get into what it has to say, honey. Y'all going over there to Neighborhood Talk if y'all want to see, because somebody did capture the accident on their look like cell phone video. And then you can see him actually laying in the streets. He looked to be knocked out. And of course, y'all know people gonna be there with their camera phones, which I think that's so damn disrespectful. But yeah, people really thought that he was like gone, but he was knocked out. Because when I tell you, when they hit him with the car, he went flying up in the air and came smashing down, and it was really, really bad. So prayers up for him. I hope he recover 100% from this accident. Now, shocking footage has surfaced of Lil Woody getting knocked off of his dirt bike in Atlanta. It said that he was seen lying on the concrete with a bloody head while nearby witnesses rushed in to help. Now, overnight, false reports spread like wildfire claiming that he had passed away, which I was like, why are y'all doing that? Now, thankfully, Woody was rushed to the hospital and treated by medical staff. Said he later sent a message to his supporters saying that God gonna protect those who do the work of the Lord. Oh, come on now, when you get saved. Now, it said that many of us were first introduced to Woody during the YSL RICO trial, where he was accused of snitching on Young Thug. It said that he went on to become one of the star witnesses, and according to some, one of the main reasons many YSL members were able to beat their charges. Come on, Woody. All right, getting everybody off. Okay, and I said the most urgently, after tape surface of Young Thug providing names and information on prosecutors, that Woody has been very vocal about always knowing Thug was a snitch. Woo, child. And I said that before the RICO investigation, that Woody said that he had a lot of respect for YSL and Young Thug, but admitted that he was heartbroken after learning that gang members had unalived someone very close to him who wasn't involved in the streets. All right, so prayers up for Lil Woody, that he gets better, child, and he stay safe. They ain't really supposed to be on those dirt bikes on the main highways anyway. That's very much so illegal. So once he recover, if he's not already, he may be getting a charge or some type of ticket for driving those ATV or those dirt bikes on the main highway, because you're not supposed to. You're really not supposed to. But let's continue on. All right, let's get into some Chrisean Rock news, honey. Chrisean Rock news. Y'all know her baby is getting ready to be 2 years old in 2 days. How do I know? Because the same day as my son's birthday. That's how I been keeping up with her son's birthday. But her baby, Lil Chrisean Jr., honey, is getting ready to be 2 years old on Wednesday. So let's get into it. She's still out planning and doing some things. And she's feeling a little way about people saying she don't spend enough time with her baby. But she said, hey, I got to work. Hell, which we understand that as parents, you do have to get out and work. For her, y'all know work is she's a public figure, so she's out making appearances and stuff like that. But people was like, girl, do you ever be with your baby? And then when you do be with him, he ain't with you, because hell, you don't left him on the beach, you don't left him in a smoker's lounge. Like, we've seen him left plenty of places and you're not there. So let's get into what she had to say, child. It says Chrisean speaks on being away from her son Junior and plans for his birthday. Shout out to Circus of Blues too.
So in 72 hours, it's my son's birthday. So I was just gonna have me and my friends. We go to Baltimore. From Atlanta, we go to Baltimore. I didn't know how I feel about a big party. All I was gonna do was just have family, like, you know, his aunts, uncles, and cousins. And we was gonna go to the Museum of the Bible. It's a Bible museum in DC. It's crazy because I be trying to stay with my son as long as I can, but I have a booking. I have work on the 5th, so we're only gonna be in Baltimore. But for what? 48 hours. So, but yes. So I have to do all of that. I'm gonna stream that. And then I think I got like time to go spend back with my son. Or do I have to go to California? I have to look at my schedule. So I'm dealing with a little bit of grief because I'm a little grieving. I miss my child. Zeus Network, they got to call me in like a week to schedule something on the phone that has something to do with just me. How much they finna pay me? Is it worth leaving 2 months for? But yes, so I have to do all of that.
What do you want?
You know what I want, Charity. I'm here to pick up my son. Hey, son.
I cannot. Anyway, so people were saying online that she don't spend enough time with her son. So she went live to tell people, hey, I gotta work. I got stuff coming up. She's got an upcoming job with the Zeus Network that may be taking her away from her son for about 2 months. And she said she's grieving because she's probably gonna miss him or whatever. Okay. I don't feel like she loves her son, but I think she doesn't know how to love him, because I don't feel like she was properly loved as a child from all the things that she talked about she went through. I feel like that child is maybe like a security blanket for her. I feel like that child is somebody that she knows will always love her, because she's always thought that it would be Blue, or rather Blueface rather. But he ain't really checking for her because he's moved on with somebody else, and he'll be soon getting out of jail and focused on his new relationship. And I think she feels a way about that. But she's been trying to date other guys to kind of fill that void, and it's not that. But do I feel like she loves her son? I do feel like she loved the baby, but I don't feel like she knows how to love this baby. And I think she does need some parenting classes, maybe, because she keeps making a lot of the same mistakes as related to this child. And I feel like she should focus more so on his on his health and on his development as well, because he is getting ready to be 2. He is still not walking. He's still wearing a bib, as you guys just saw. That's a recent picture of him. Let me go back. He's still wearing a bib.
So,
and he's still, you know, like drooling. Most kids around 2, they can control their saliva and all of that. So he's still, even though he's 2, he's, you know, medically probably still at like 6 months, you know, medically. And it's very sad. His motor skills seem to be off because his movements are still like in a jerking, kind of like a baby would if they're trying to grab something, versus it being like this, where when they're grabbing something. I just know because I used to work with kids. But prayers up. I mean, I have nothing negative to say. At this point, I think everybody said everything that they can say about this situation with Chrisean and his baby and what she needs to do. Bottom line, she's going to do what the hell she wants to do. But all you can do is pray that the situation goes better. My prayers are always towards the baby. Chrisean is grown at this point. My prayers are for the baby, like in all honesty. So let's move on. It's sad, y'all. It's sad. All right, so a video that I found about Epstein. Y'all know I've been asking about the Epstein files. Y'all know that Melania Trump was trying to sue one of the these guys that's a part of the Democrats for saying that they had something to do with this whole Epstein situation. But here's an resurfaced 2010 deposition of Epstein where he was being questioned and Trump's name is brought up in it. And I feel like he was covering for Trump in this. We're going to watch it. All right. I feel like he was covering for Trump. We've seen pictures of the 2 of them hanging out. I saw pictures of Trump where some girls who appear to be underage were also there, and he was kind of staring them down like you would a grown woman if you were trying to take them down. Y'all know what I mean? So let's get into this. They said that Jeffrey Epstein asked about Donald Trump in resurfaced 2010 deposition. All right. So Trump is trying to separate himself as much as he can from the Epstein situation. First, they were trying to say there are no files. And then they were saying, oh, the files can't be located. It's always something about these damn files. I want to know who's in these damn files, because I feel like it's some people that you would not believe. Bill Clinton, I know, got to be at the top of the damn list with his freaky ass. Okay. Ever since the Monica Lewinsky situation, can't nobody tell me his name is not up in there. So yeah. People try to say Oprah's name was on there and a whole lot of other people that you wouldn't think would be on this damn list. But there's a reason why they are trying to keep this list from recirculating or being made public, because some of the names that's on there, their careers will probably be ruined if people knew that they were a part of this Epstein bullshit. All right. Now they're saying that a resurfaced video from 2010 of Jeffrey Epstein's deposition shows Epstein pleading the fifth after being asked about whether he socialized with Trump in the presence of underage girls. It goes on to say that the question was part of a series of questions about the well-known figures. Per Trump says that he and Epstein had a falling out in the early 2000s prior to allegations of wrongdoings against the latter. It goes on to say that, look at me. Y'all know I'm always been in the comments. Said that Trump has never been accused of any crime in connection with the Epstein case, and the White House has previously stated that any suggestion that the president was engaged in wrongdoing related to Epstein is fake news. How? All right, y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna play this, because if a person is not involved in something, then you're just gonna go ahead and say no, versus saying that you're going to use your Fifth Amendment rights and all this other shit. Like, just say no. If he was not involved, just say no. Not say you're going to invoke your rights. Bullshit. All right, let's go.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Have you ever had a personal...
So why you need to use your rights there versus saying no? If the shit never happened, then that's what you say. You ain't got to keep saying, "Oh, I want to use my rights in this situation." It gives that you're covering for him. That's what it gives. All right. Let's get to the next topic that's related to this as well. Okay, because now I'm interested in this whole Epstein case. Now I'm very interested. I've already seen the documentary. Now I want to see what the hell is really going on here. Now, Teresa Helm, who says that she was incidentally abused by Jeffrey Epstein in 2002, describes her experience being groomed by Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay. And goes on to say that she tells MSNBC's the Weekend MSNBC that she would be very concerned that she would be very concerned for her safety if Trump's Department of Justice were to release Maxwell from prison. All right, let's get into what she had to say.
So at the beginning of the show, I played a soundbite from Maria Farmer, as you know, another Epstein survivor. And she said in the clip that we showed, she's never met a more predatory human being in her entire life than Ghislaine Maxwell. One, do you agree with that characterization? And two, how does it make you feel to know that the number 2 person in the Justice Department just spent 2 days alone with her, talking to her about the case, and now all the talk is about, well, what's going to come of it? Could a pardon come from those conversations?
I can say my experience with Ghislaine Maxwell. So what's interesting about what Maria has stated about her, I agree with that. And here is why. She did not present herself as evil and as a monster and as someone that's going to put my life or my well-being in harm's way. She came at me with politeness, with openness, with friendliness, with making emotional connections with me, with the ability then to build this trust with me within hours. So her presence and her approach to me was so meticulously calculated that her intention behind all of this, I would even say, beautiful humanitarian woman to woman interaction, it was all to fool me. It was all to get me to think one thing and believe that I was in as I said, a safe and healthy environment, when actually she was setting me up to then go into tragedy. When I'm contemplating and learning and listening about potential deals being stricken or released from prison, what comes to mind a few times already is, are we actually going to have another sweetheart deal? I don't feel good about it at all, because I do take into consideration, and I feel like everyone should, the fact that she has been charged with perjury. She's already risen her right hand and sworn under oath that she would tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And she sat there and lied. What should we all think and feel then? How concerned? I would be very concerned. For my safety, even, I would be concerned.
Teresa, at the beginning of the show, I played a soundbite from Maria Farmer, as you know, another Epstein survivor. And she said in the clip that we showed, she's never met a more predatory human being in her entire life than Ghislaine Maxwell. One, do you agree with that character?
Y'all hear that? So they ain't never met a more predatory person in their life besides that damn Ghislaine Maxwell. And y'all know she was the one who was grooming these young girls in order to be with Epstein and many other celebrity people that was on Epstein's island, which you could only get onto this island. Because please go look at the documentary. If you're into documentaries, it's very much a watch, a must see rather, where you can only get onto this island, on Epstein's island, by way of helicopter, plane, or by boat. So these girls were brought to this island, and one of the girls in the documentary was saying she was so afraid for her life, and she was so miserable, and she had gone through some type of depression for all the things that she was made to do on this island, to where she went to the edge of the island and was ready to just jump into the damn water. Now in that water is sharks and other, you know, animals that could definitely take your life. So she was just like, damn, it's just to the point where I don't even care about life anymore from all the things that she was made to do on this damn island. Yeah. So y'all know now that they're saying that the island has been sold to someone, to this billionaire, to where they get ready to make it into like this public place where people can go and you know, kind of like a I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, they're changing the island to kind of change the history of what it used to be into a public place where people can go and enjoy themselves. All right, like a nice little getaway type. I would never want to go there. I would not feel comfortable knowing the history of what happened at this place where young girls were R-worded and being made to do sexual things to grown-ass men. You guys also know that the Queen of England's son was also involved in this as well. When different allegations were against him, he first tried to lie about it. Once proof and pictures were being brought out, then he paid his way out of that in order to keep things on the hush-hush. But he's still been ousted as far as the royal family. They don't really fuck with him like that. Y'all don't really hear about him. He don't have any royal duties. Like, it's that. So more and more names are going to come out as people continue to speak out about this. But I want to know what's on that damn list. That's what I want to know. Okay. But thank y'all. Let's move along. Monique. Let's get into comedian Monique. I keep saying her husband is pretty much going to be her downfall. He is pretty much the evil imp sitting on her shoulder, speaking into her ear. I feel like there are times that Monique want to move on and be a better person, but her husband is the person who continues to keep her into this very somber place versus her moving along and being able to forgive and stop regurgitating the same bullshit that continues to make her look stupid and be blacklisted in the industry. So it said that Monique reveals that her husband often reminds her that she should have taken legal action because she says that Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey ruined her career. How long are we going to talk about this? First, you wanted Tyler Perry to do a public apology. I feel like that might have came from him too. All right, because y'all know she do call him daddy. So anything that she say and or anything that he bring to her attention, she just fall at his feet as related to it. And I feel like at this point, move the fuck on. We are tired of this situation. Like Monique is giving you cannot sleep at night from still thinking about this shit that happened years ago now. Like you are fighting with everybody. And it's given that you can't give it up. You can't let it go. It's giving mental illness a little bit. It's giving a little schizophrenia. It's giving a little mental, I don't know, girl, damn. So it says Monique revealed that her husband often reminds her that she should have taken legal action because she says that Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey ruined her career and the harassment continues quietly behind the scenes. Now she reflected on how he's going into auditions, delivered strong performances, even landed the roles only to be told later that the project was no longer interested. Okay. Now it says to her that it all traces back to the lie that Tyler Perry spread, which she believes created a black ball that followed her through Hollywood. Now it says that despite the setback, Monique remains vocal about her truth, refusing to stay silent while her name and livelihood are impacted. Now, I get it that her husband, they're saying it's supposed to be like her manager, which I don't really agree with mixing business and pleasure. Like, if you're my husband, you don't need to be my manager. Like, there needs to be a line drawn somewhere. Do y'all agree with that? I love my husband, but I would never want him to be my manager because I feel like you separate the two. If you fall out in a managerial aspect, then it's also going to affect things at home. I don't want to mix the two. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I don't even want to work with my husband. I would not like for us to work at the same place. Some people enjoy that. You stay at home all day with your spouse and then you go to work and you look over and he's sitting over at his desk and you're here at your desk. Y'all go to lunch together. Like, it has to be a separation. Like, I love you, but I don't want to, see you like that. Do you feel me? Anybody else feel that way? I feel like Monique is definitely the weapon that's formed against her that's keeping her from prospering, and her husband also is in on that shit as well. And I think that they can just move on from things. Okay, move on. Apology has already been given to you by Tyler Perry. What else are you asking? Okay, what else are you asking for somebody to do? Like, you want them to kiss your ass at this point? her husband gives that he needs to stay the fuck out of her business a little bit and allow her to heal and move on. Like, why keep reminding her, well, you know, today would be a great day to go ahead and file that lawsuit against Tyler Perry. Wake up the next morning, I think we need to go ahead and call the lawyer and see if they can go ahead and get this lawsuit started against Tyler Perry and Oprah, okay? And then the next day, man, you know, yesterday we were just talking about Oprah and this, it's giving that, like, damn, the fuck? That would piss me off. I would just be like, look, stay out of this. Let me handle this shit, all right? Like, what more do you need? Monique, girl, get over it. Get over it. You're the reason your career is kind of stagnant right now. Moving along, child. Police officers are hired to protect and serve, not this police officer, because baby, he has some serious anger issues that which have landed his ass in jail. The same place that he is paid to put people is a place that he found himself. Now, Ayden police officer is arrested and accused of domestic or DV rather, and child abuse. This motherfucker is crazy. Let's get into this. Shout out to the Carolina Beat. And shout out to Black Culture, because that's what we just read from. I always like to give my shout outs. All right. Let's get into this. This is, y'all see this fool on my screen? You can look in his eyes until he clocked out from reality. Like, he is gone. An Ayden police officer, honey, in North Carolina, is behind bars after going completely off the rails during a DV dispute Sunday morning. Let me put in my trigger warning banner, child, because baby, this right here, Lord, Lord, Lord. Let's get back into it. Now, according to warrants obtained by the North Carolina Beat, Officer Marquez Robbins, who is 34 years old, is accused of headbutting his ex-girlfriend, Tamar'In Stargan, injuring her face, and then firing his Ayden PD issued pow-pow inside the home where 5 people were present, including his 11-month-old son. Motherfucker's crazy. Now, the two were formerly in a relationship, and during the altercation, Robbins became violent while under the influence of alcohol. Said that he allegedly headbutted her in the face, splitting her lip and possibly dislocating her nose. Now, warrants say that Robbins fired his pow-pow from his bedroom across the hall into his son's bedroom. 5 people were in the home, as we just stated. Now, Robbins is charged with 5 counts of firing into occupied property, assault on a female, misdemeanor child abuse, and DV. It said that he is being held in Pitt County Jail with no bond, which he should not, with a court date set for September the 2nd, rather, at 1:30 p.m. Now, later Saturday night, Stargan posted a heart-wrenching Facebook status exposing the abuse that she allegedly endured. Says that enough was enough, being beat on for anything and everything. Said, I smiled and laughed, but I cried at nights. So they said that so far, Ayden Police Department has made no comment, but we have said they've reached out. So let's get into this, because she did make a statement. This poor girl. You guys never know. Check on your friends. Check on your loved ones. Check on those that are close to you, because people are going through things that are that you're very much so unaware of. Just because a person is coming to work, or just because a person is outside smiling and appear to be unbothered, they could really be fighting some demons and some things in their very private life. So always check on your friend. Just call sporadically and say, hey girl, I'm just calling to check on you. I do it with my friends all the time. Hey girl, what's up? Let's talk. Let's catch up. What you dealing with? What's going on? How your life going? Because you never know what a person is dealing with. She was fighting this and dealing with this in silence, and people probably never would have thought that this was going on, because she was with a police officer, a person who is sworn to protect and serve, when he was doing the complete opposite. So this person here, this is the girl who was dealing with this with the police officer. She has said, her name is Tabu Stargan on social media, says that Ninja almost ended my life last night in front of my kids, but you supposed to serve and protect. Says that I told y'all everything glitters ain't gold, and you never know what nobody's going through behind closed doors. That's a true statement. Said I just held that ish in. Enough was enough, being beat on for anything and everything. Nobody understood what I had to deal with. Said that I smiled and laughed, but I cried at nights, and I'm broken. And I'm a broken person, and I thought that the person was protecting me, but was destroying me. Wow. So thankfully she's able to speak out about it. That's the first step, is to speak out about it, is to tell people. I know a lot of times when you're in a situation where you're being abused by a person, whether it's female or male, because females can also be abusive as well. The first thing that a person that's being abusive towards you that have to invoke into you is fear. Fear. Once they get here, because a lot of times it's mental. A lot of times it's mental. A lot of people are like, why can't they leave? They just leave, girl. Sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes it's not that easy. I thank God I've never been in a situation like that because I've always been just no nonsense when it comes to bullshit. You definitely not going to put your hands on me. I don't like you raising your voice at me. Like I stop shit like that before it gets there. Thank God. But there are other situations of women and men who are in situations where they're getting screamed on, where, you know, they're all in their face like this and just, you know, where you can feel the spit coming from their mouth, or they're putting hands on an individual as a means to control them, because a lot of the times, or most times if not, they have issues within themselves. They're insecure. A lot of men who are overly jealous, women see that as, oh my God, he just loved me or whatever. Bitch, no, it's called crazy. Now there's a thing where a person is protective, but then when it goes to the point to where, you know, you're overly protective, like where you been, who calling you, popping up at your job, going through your phone when you sleep, like crazy shit like that. All right. We are all adults. If you're dating somebody, you're an adult just like that person is. So why would you put yourself in a situation, especially when kids are involved? Children should not be seeing two adults like this. Children should not be seeing their mother be pushed, slammed into the wall, etc., etc. Or a father being put into a situation where mother is turning up on the dad and hitting and all these other things, screaming and hollering. Those things can definitely affect the child to where they grow up and normalize that type of behavior, and then the cycle continues. This is sad. I'm glad that she got out of this alive. But then you have to get some definite therapy, counseling, and figure out why I keep choosing these type of people. What is it in my life that make me feel like this shit is okay, to where I normalize it and I'm comfortable being in a situation where a person can sit across the room from me with a pow pow and fire into another room with my children here, and nothing in my mind snaps and says, get the fuck out of here. That was nothing but God that was really sparing her life. And there's no telling how long this went on, but as I said before, the first step is to speaking out. And if anybody in my chat, if you're dealing with that, share your story, because you never, ever know who's dealing with that. Everybody in this world have some type of testimony that's meant to help somebody else and pull them out of whatever it is that they're dealing with. We're all our brother's keepers. Women, I know sometimes it can be embarrassing to deal with things like that, but get into some type of support group where you can share your story and help somebody else, because you never know. Somebody is almost getting ready to touch that doorknob and walk out. But your story can be the very one that can help that person say, you know what? F this. Let me turn this doorknob. Come on, children. Come on. Forget this furniture. Forget these clothes. All this stuff can be replaced. My life is more important than all of this. And you got to get to that point. Stop looking at furniture. Furniture can be replaced. A lot of people say, oh my God, I paid for it. Nah, get your kids. Get in that car, honey. If you just got to drive, sometimes you never know when you just get out of a situation, God will bless somebody who you don't even know. Say, hey, take this $400, do whatever. God just laid it on my heart to give you this. But sometimes you got to put your foot in front of the other. You got to trust God sometimes. You just do. And I don't want to turn this into a God moment. I don't want to preach to nobody. But sometimes you just got to trust God enough to say, okay, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how I'm going to survive, what I'm going to eat tomorrow. I don't know where my kids are going to stay. But I'm going to trust God enough to get my kids and put them in this car, and I'm going to drive wherever I need to. And wherever I stop, if God bless me here to say, hey, bring somebody, a total stranger up to me to say, hey, God just I don't even know you, never met you, but God laid on my heart to give you $50. Go feed your kids with that $50 and wait on the next move for him to bless you again, to get to the next step. All right. Check on your friends, check on your loved ones, because you never know who's dealing with something unaware. All right. That's a lesson to someone. That's why I share this. Y'all know I always talk to you guys, and I try to encourage you guys, women, because I know a lot of you guys out there dating, especially if you have children. Be careful. Know the signs. Look for the red flags. When you see those things, don't normalize it. Don't stay there. It's a buildup. Abuse is a buildup. It comes from the raising of the voice. From the raising of the voice is a push. A push is then a hit. A hit is then worse. Don't put yourself in that situation where you keep staying where it escalates into something that you can't come back from. All right. Everybody's here for a certain reason, and you don't want to leave this earth before it's your time, because you're trying to love somebody who don't love you. All right. Love is an action word. If they're not showing it, get on out of there. All right. Let's get off this topic, child. I had to talk about that today, because that was something like that. Because I had a friend who went through that, and it bothered me. I kept talking to this girl, and I kept encouraging her. She had daughters sitting back watching her with black eyes, and that shit bothered me. And I just kept saying, girl, but I didn't understand it. Sometimes Stockholm syndrome, and it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. When you love a person and you expect the best from a person and they continue to keep showing you who they are, sometimes it's hard to walk away from that. And sometimes they'll use the kids to keep you there, but you got to be smarter than that and walk, honey. Get your one foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the other. You guys have seen the movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez. If you've not seen it, go watch it. It's a real thing, all right? Start planning. Put stuff in a bag. That person got to leave at some point. You grab that bag, honey, get the hell out of there. All right? Put some money aside if you can. There are ways to do that. All right? Let's move along, though. I don't know who I'm talking to this morning, but if you dealt with that or if you're dealing with that, it is a way out. Find you a good friend that you can trust. Find you a support group. Get into a nice church if you can find one. And, honey, prayer is also another good thing. God will protect you in that situation until you get out. All right? Let's keep going. So for those of you who are into the Fridays of, y'all know Ice Cube has a plethora of movies, and he's getting ready to have another one coming out called Last Friday. It's already been approved. So he's saying, and he's talking about, because a lot of people's like, why Chris Tucker ain't in the Fridays no more? We enjoyed him in the first one. He was funny as hell. And I kept saying, damn, why is he not in? So they were saying that it had something to do with the money that they were going to pay him, and that it wasn't enough once he started taking the Rush Hour movies. Well, Ice Cube is doing an interview here, and he says that Chris Tucker declined $12 million to film next Friday. Okay, where y'all know he had, what's the comedian's name? Why I can't remember that? Day. We call him Day, child. In the movie to portray that, portray another image in the movie, because Chris Tucker refused to, the $12 million for religious reasons, according to what he's saying. All right. So let's get into what he had to say, because I was like, I never knew that. Everybody was saying, no, he's doing these Rush Hour movies where he's getting paid all this money. And he didn't want to take the lower amount, but that's not what it was. So shout out to Ice Cube for clearing that up. All right, let's get into it.
Tucker not talked about being in next Friday? Because I know it was Mike Epps, but
we wanted him. He turned it down. Yeah, we wanted to pay him $12 million to do that movie.
What?
And he turned it down. He said it was for religious reasons. He didn't want to cuss, and he didn't want to smoke weed on camera.
Chris Tucker not talked about being in next Friday? Because I know it was Mike Epps, but
we wanted him. He turned it down. Yeah, we wanted to pay him $12 million to do that movie.
What?
And he turned it down. He said it was for religious reasons. He didn't want to cuss, and he didn't want to smoke weed on camera.
Chris Tucker not talked about being in next Friday? Because I know it was Mike Epps, but
we wanted him.
So y'all hear that? They said they wanted him, but he declined $12 million. It says that Ice Cube goes on to say that Chris Tucker was offered $12 million to reappear in the movie for the sequel next Friday. Said that Chris Tucker declined the movie role because due to his faith, okay? And that he did not want to curse and or smoke on camera. So what y'all think about that? So y'all do know that, like I said, he does have Last Friday, which is definitely coming out. They did not give a date for it yet, but I did see that they did get approval for it, and they have started filming it. So as to when it's coming out, I don't know yet, because I haven't found a date as to when it's coming out. If you guys do know of a date, y'all welcome to put it into the chat. But as of now, they have a $12 million is a nice little bag, especially for a Friday, because they said that for the first Friday, they really didn't have a nice budget for the people on there. They said that Pops was only paid like $800. Did y'all know that? Pops on the first Friday, they want to say bang, bang, bang. They said he only got paid $800. That's what I read online, that he only got paid $800. So I was just like, maybe Chris Tucker didn't want to come back for the next one because the money wasn't right after he's getting those Rush Hour checks. And that's not what it was, though. He, at some place he found God, and he just did not want to, jeopardize his faith in terms of being seen on camera like cuss, because y'all know he cussed bad in the first one, baby. He mother effing this, and like he cussed bad. But he didn't want to be seen as doing that on camera anymore. And I can respect that, but $12 million is a nice bag. But I get it, honey. If your faith, you don't want to jeopardize your faith over no money. All right. Because what they say, honey, the love of money is root of all evil. So I respect Chris for that. All right. He is a stand-up dude, even though I feel like you are on the Epstein list somewhere. All right. We'll talk about that later. What y'all think about that? Let's move along. Let me go ahead and get to my jam session, because my mods are letting me know, honey. Y'all sitting on my likes, and I don't like that. All right. Let's get these likes up. Hey, come on. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Keep hitting that like button for me. Keep hitting that like button for me if you can. Let's get those likes up so we can push this video into the algorithm. All right, we got some real good topics. Thank y'all for being here. But guys, we got to hit that like, okay? You can't come to somebody's house and don't ring their doorbell, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's keep those likes going. Let's get into our next topic. Let's get it. Let's get it. And let's get it. All right. So, little Scrappy, child. Let's get into him. Let's get a little Scrappy. He's feeling away by YSL Woody and rapper Young Thug and them saying that all Atlanta rappers are GAY. Y'all remember we talked about it the other day where everybody's out here snitching. Young Thug has been snitching, but he said, hey, your favorite rappers, child, especially down in Atlanta, especially the ones with the skinny jeans, they out here getting people booty brownies out here. I said, not the booty brownies, girl. Yeah, so Scrappy, he felt away about it because, baby, he said, ain't nobody getting these booty brownies. Hold up now. Hold up. So he had something to say about it. Let's get into what Scrappy had to say. Let's get into it because he said, y'all can be gay over there, honey. Y'all can be gay if you want to, but not over here, baby. No, no, no. All right, so shout out to Live Blitz. Let's get into what he had to say. Oh, hold on.
It's all over the United States, but we're not the highest on the list. Just want to let y'all know. If y'all do y'all research and y'all know, I know y'all just want to holler out Atlanta, but do your research. Do your research. And the place where they from is the people that are talking about it. I'm like, yo, New York and Cali got the highest out of everybody. Like, why y'all looking at us? I don't even get it. I did my research. Then, on the snitching point, y'all have to really do your research. Zalo, sit up. Don't. You got a dress on, okay? You got a dress on.
Him and daddy mode.
So, yeah, nah, like for real, like I don't get it. Like I know y'all hate Atlanta, but then when you come to Atlanta, and then some of y'all hating because you can't make it in Atlanta or can't make it to Atlanta. Don't even know, ain't even been in the city to even see what the gays. That's all over the United States. You know the screaming about. Y'all ain't even been here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even witnessed it. So it's like, what are you talking about? It's always that one nigga sitting on his toilet that's broke as fuck that want to talk about Atlanta or talk about anything. Bro, get out your, you know what I mean? Get out your bathroom and try to come down here. Pay to come down here. And then you can see the real, like you see what's really going on. Atlanta got gay spots where gay people hang out at because guess what? Money is money down here. We don't care where you come from, man. You spend money. Everybody gonna have a good time. Niggas ain't hating on nobody. From what we can see, from what I can see, the whole world, it don't take a blind man. Only people that are blind and putting the extra on it are the people that are social media motherfuckers. That's it. Real people, I know real people in New York, I know real people in LA, all over the country, all over the world. I know real people, and they not saying stuff like that. They like, you know the.
So I didn't hear no other rappers coming out trying to say anything. Scrappy, are you feeling like there might be some pictures or something out there that we might be getting ready to see about you? Like nobody ever called you gay per se. So I'm not sure why you're doing a whole video and or live about Young Thug and everybody else saying that most of the Atlanta rappers are gay. Nobody ever said Scrappy. Yeah, Scrappy definitely is on the list. Nobody ever said that. So, but thank you for going live. I don't know, maybe you just want to clout chase a little bit, but yeah, so I said a little Scrappy shuts down claims that Atlanta's the gay capital and calls out outsiders for spreading. Like, well, I mean, it is a lot of gay rappers. There's a lot of gays here too, but I don't have a problem with it. Do what you want to do. That's not my life. All right. When I first moved here, I was surprised to see some Trans Ams walking around. When I went downtown, I was like, okay, yeah, it's at an all-time high here. But hey, I just look and I look away, like, damn, okay, that's what y'all giving. But all right, so hey, they always say, hey, in Hollywood, the ones that you never would think is that way is definitely that way. But again, that's your life. You answer to God in terms of if you don't feel convicted by it, then who am I? I don't judge nobody. You live your life how you want to, as long as it don't affect me. But go off, all right, go off, honey. That's how I feel. I don't judge nobody. Do what you want to do. Dude, that's your ass, not mine. All right, moving along. Should I have said that? I don't know. Moving along. All right, so here go Claudia Jordan, honey, telling Deion Sanders business, child. Now, y'all know it said that Deion Sanders is said to be dating. Let me pull this up. It's said to be dating Karuchi Tran, who used to date Chris Brown. All right. Now, Claudia Jordan, TMZ caught up with her coming out of, I want to say, a hotel or something, and she's clearing up some things. All right, and says she's telling about her close friend Deion Sanders' ex-fiance Tracy Edmonds has no problem with Karuchi Tran's relationship with Deion Sanders. Now, I feel like she is much too old. I mean, much too young to be with him. He does have a type. He do like the cute light-skinned girls, but I don't know what this relationship is. I know at one point they were saying that she was just trying to be there for him when he was going through all the stuff he was dealing with having toes cut off and dealing with his medical situation that he just had most recently. But Claudia, I think, just low-key confirmed that there may be some type of relationship there. I don't know, but saying that Tracy Edmonds Ross, who was engaged to him for over 15 years. I don't know who was engaged for that long. That's weird to me. But he pretty much strung her along and strung Tracy Edmonds along for a very long time, in which then they wound up breaking up. But now he's moved on over to Karuchi Tran. Do I feel like she might be trying to get her lifestyle up a little bit? Because she does have her own money, but ain't no good money like spending somebody else's money. All right, let's get into what Claudia had to say.
Look at you. You look good, girl. What is going on? What are you here promoting?
Me and my co-host Erica Kyle, we have a podcast called Accidentally Informed.
Yes. I mean, I know that you probably talk about this a lot of times, but we want to revisit Karuchi and Deion Sanders.
Here we go.
All right. Well, listen, I think, we just kind of want to know, was there a conversation that was had after the fact? Because the world found out. We were all just like, okay, when did this happen? Including you, Tracy Edmonds, she was dating Deion for a while.
12 years.
Right, a very long time. So we have a few questions. We want to know, was there a conversation that was had after?
Yeah.
With Tracy?
Yeah. So said, she's like, you always have my back. And she's like, just to be clear, like, she has no issue with Karuchi.
Okay.
At all. And she doesn't think that Karuchi stole him or did anything inappropriate. So I just want to clear that up. There is no beef. Like, I adore both women. The conversation that happened on our podcast, Accidentally Informed, was about women having grown conversations with each other. The fact that you can approach a woman and have a civil conversation. There wasn't any beef. It wasn't a fight. Tracy still has the utmost love for Karuchi. I think people made it a, more sinister thing than it really was. It wasn't. If you listen to the entire episode, I recommend people go back and watch. It was about a greater conversation about women speaking to each other before going to the internet and being mad and angry. And I think it worked out fine. And I think people are making too much of what level of friendship is how you should act as a woman being a girl's girl.
This is all about really dismantling the patriarchy when it really comes down to it.
Right.
I mean, men have their secrets. Women are constantly complaining about it in heteronormative relationships, but we're also feeding into it by keeping men's secrets and not being communicative with one another.
I mean, I didn't put the video out there. Deion's son put the video of Karuchi out there, and I do commentary. We do commentary. Our job is to talk about hot topics, so it was no shade to Deion, Karuchi, or Tracy. But I like Karuchi as well. I think she's dope, and I hope they're happy. And we out here for my premiere. I got a movie coming out August 29th. We have our big premiere tonight in Harlem.
What?
It's called Run. It's going.
Y'all hear that? And I hope they're happy. Really? Okay.
To be in theaters across America. It's not.
Get out of here.
In the theaters.
Look at you.
So she pretty kind of low-key, confirmed that there is something there. And I hope they're happy. Because y'all saw a few weeks ago when Deion Sanders was in the hospital with his medical emergency, Karuchi Tran was there crying her eyes out, honey. She was crying like real bad. Like she thought the man was going to die or something. But then most recently, Deion was on some type of podcast doing an interview, and they asked him about Karuchi, and then he hurried up and got off the podcast. He was like, okay, I got to go. Yeah. Because they was like, are you and Karuchi dating? Like, what's going on between you and Karuchi? And as soon as they got Karuchi out of their mouth good, he was like, okay, yeah, I got to go. I ain't talking about it. But my thing is, if you guys are not dating, just say that. Just like, look, she's just my friend. She was there as a support system when I was going through my medical emergency or whatever. Not every time somebody asks you, you start this blushing, and then all of a sudden you got to go. It does allude to the fact that y'all have something going on that's a little bit more than friendship. And if that's the case, it's fine. She's of age, and so is he. So if y'all are dating, you just dating. It's going to come out eventually, right? It's going to come out eventually. I don't know what the whole, let's keep it under wraps. Well, maybe they just don't want people to know right now because it's in the beginning stages. Maybe they don't want their situation to be public right now, and I respect that as well. But just stop lying about the shit. If y'all together, y'all together. It's not like she's 16 or something. She's a fully grown woman out here. So if you want to be smashing people that's the same age as your kids, go off. Moving on, child. Moving on now. All right, so there's appears to be. Do you want to talk about that? Yeah, I'm gonna save this for another video because this child, I gotta get to the end. All right, let's get into this Ken situation. All right, so as you guys know, Ken and Trish have already gone to court for their child custody. Well, Trish and Marquez have already gone to court for their child custody / divorce situation. They are now officially divorced. Everyone knows that. But there were some stipulations in their divorce that is sounding like is not being followed and are being done. All right, according on to Ken's part. All right, so Ken, as you guys know, was supposed to have moved out, and I took notes here because that's something I don't like to do, but I can't remember all this shit, y'all. All right, so Ken was supposed to be out by August 25th of 2025, which was this year, by 5 p.m. It's given that they're saying, and I think Marquez may have alluded to the fact that Ken has not moved out of the house. Now, that is a direct violation of the order by the courts, okay, because they went to court. I think it was the 24th or so, I want to say, but it was their child custody case. And it says that Trish and Marquez's divorce is finally finalized. Both of them filed pro se. I already covered this, but just to catch you guys up on what was going on, their divorce reason was for incompatibility or temperament was the reason for their divorce. Now it says that they cannot marry again to anyone else within 60 days. They have joint legal custody of their daughter, Zaria. And of course, Trish gets physical custody. Marquez gets liberal custody. Okay. Now they said that Marquez had to test clean, meaning for drugs, 3 times and have his own place before he can get any visits by their daughter. Now, as of August of 2025, no live-in romantic interest unless married to this person is what the judge told Trish as related to Ken. All right. But it appears that Ken is still in the house is what I'm being told. All right. I'm being told. I'm not going to tell who the source is either. Because I want some more tea from them when I need it. That's how you got to be, honey. You got to keep it discreet and feed the street. Keep it discreet and feed the street. All right, that's what we're doing here. So as what they're saying is that Ken has not moved out when he was supposed to be out officially by 8/25 of 2025 by 5 p.m. This is a most recent picture of him in the house. Y'all see that 17 hours ago. That is from his stories. This is him taking a picture inside the house. All right, what y'all think about it? They're saying he didn't get out yet. They said the Ken got to be out of the house for 60 days. All right. It ain't been 60 days yet. He has to be out of the house for 60 days from Trish. All right. Now it says that Trish is a NASA engineer who makes $5,300 a month. All right. Marquez makes $2,000 a month. They did not say where he got his money from. Marquez is also ordered to pay $300 a month by starting September the 1st, which is today. Okay. Marquez also gets visitations, but must let Trish know within 72 hours of said visitation. All right. And says that the kids can no longer be seen on Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is something that Marquez is requesting. Those are his kids as well. He's kind of feeling like Martell, maybe. So he does not want his kids shown on the show anymore. All right. And I think there was something to do with Trish not being able to film, but with so many hours, or not to be able to film so many scenes or whatever on the show. Something to do with that. I'll have to research that and give you guys more of an update on that. But word on the curb is that Ken has not moved out. And that is a direct court order that he was supposed to be out and have to be out of the house within 60 days. All right. Okay. So we got that. All right. So let me show, because it was something else that I had too. All right. So, all right, so this picture here was 5 days ago. Now, this is in their garage. Now, this is his friend on the show. Hold on. It will help to share, right? So y'all see, like, what the hell I'm watching? All right, so let's go ahead and share because I'm about to get all his damn business. Yes, I'm on your page, Ken. And don't say nothing. I'm going to read your ass down again. But let's get into it. So this is Ken's garage. I know he and Trish set up some type of garage. A garage workout spot, okay? They ordered a whole bunch of workout gear. This is his friend that he invited on to Love and Marriage Huntsville. He's been on there. This is the same friend that was saying he knew Ariana and had some type of exchange with her some years back too. Go figure. But so this looks and appears to be the garage at Ken and Trish house or something. And this was what? How many days ago? 2 days ago? Okay. All right. So let's stop sharing. All right, so this here was taken on the day that he was supposed to move out. Don't look like you moving shit. Don't look like you dressed up to go somewhere. It says only you can prevent forest fires. Looking ass. What? It says look like a swole little league football coach. Yeah, whatever. All right, so this appears to be, they said 7 days ago. This appears to be on the same day that he was supposed to be moving out, which was on the 25th, is what from what I gather. All right. Let's see. 1 week ago, same thing. That's still in their house. That's still in their house. What do y'all think? This is him with Marquez's daughter, where their daughter has some type of cheerleading situation. So you can hear him talking in the background. I'll play it. All right, so she's obviously in like dance and obviously cheerleading, because you can see that there. All right, so but yeah, they're saying that Ken is not out of the house. All right, this is recent, as you guys can see. 19 hours ago, it was 17 hours ago when I first took it, but he's calling himself hashtag Uncle Daddy. Hashtag Uncle Daddy. He is still in the house. That's the house that he and Trish shared. All right, so I don't know if he don't have a place to stay, like you ain't got another baby mama you can go bunk up with her for the next 60 days. But according to the courts, you got to move your ass up out of there. This is him always flexing, child. Okay, what y'all think? What y'all think? All right, so let's get into some legalities of what happened and what the courts have to say, because I pulled that as well. What the courts got to say when you don't do what they say. Hold on. Hold on, give me a second. Did I not move it over? Lord, Lord, Lord. Let's see. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, here you go. Here you go. I'm tripping. Here you go. I was like, I know I pulled it up. Lord. All right. So let's go ahead and look at what Alabama says in terms of not following court orders. All right. As related to this situation. So y'all can see what they say in terms of what could happen if Ken is refusing to follow a direct order through Alabama court system. All right. All right. So Alabama court violation of court order refusal to move out of house. Y'all see this? So Marquez, go ahead and snitch, honey, and go and let the people down there, let the white people know that Ken out here ain't doing what y'all told him to do. Okay, yeah. No, so it's a contempt of court charges. Alabama court violation of court order refusal to move out of house. Let's read it. Now in Alabama, let's pull it up some. In Alabama, okay. In Alabama, if a person refuses to move out of a house after being ordered to do so by the court, they may face contempt of court charges. Now, the court can impose penalties such as fines, imprisonment, or both, depending on the severity of the violation and the court's discretion. Now, the court may also issue additional orders to address any ongoing issues related to the refusal to move out. Now, it is crucial for individuals to understand the legal consequences of their actions and to comply with court orders to avoid potential legal repercussions. Now, I don't think he want to be in no more trouble, because is he not still on probation from the trees that he was out here selling? I'm just saying, Ken. I'm just saying. Were you not just found guilty and on probation for some type of time, and you lost that? I'm hearing that he lost his license, his CDLs, because he was a truck driver over the road. I'm hearing that you were on some type of probationary period for said crime. Okay, because the amount of stuff he had on him, they're saying was enough for him to sell and not for medicinal uses or personal uses. Or usage, rather. Okay. So according to what Alabama court says here, for the violation of refusal to move out, that could also get you more fines or imprisonment for being in direct a violation of not doing so. Okay. That's pretty much a violation there. They can impose some that's contempt. That's contempt to knowingly not do what the courts ask you to do by a certain date and to stay out of said place for 60 days, which is what is said there. All right. What y'all think about that? That's a violation. That's a violation. Let's look more into it. All right. Alabama. Okay. That's for something else. I always like to pull the legal term because people always be saying, okay, let's look at this. Enforcement options. Okay. Enforcement options if spouse refuses to move out. Said question, I was awarded a marital home in our divorce decree, but my ex-wife is refusing to leave the house on the court-ordered date. Can I call the police and have her removed from the home if she does not comply by the date ordered, or must I go through the court for enforcement? All right, so here's a legal answer. Here's it says, I'm unaware. I'm unable to give you legal advice. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to go by that. I want to see what the real legal. Okay, let's see. Okay, contempt of court in Alabama, criteria, proceedings, penalties. All right, let's look at it. Understanding contempt of court in Alabama is essential for maintaining the integrity and authority of its judicial system. Now, contempt serves as a crucial tool ensuring that courts can enforce their orders and uphold respect within courtroom proceedings. This legal mechanism plays a pivotal role in preserving both procedural fairness and public confidence of the judiciary. Well, I can't say judiciary. All right. Well, I can't say that word. All right. So criteria for contempt in Alabama. Now, in Alabama, contempt of court addresses violations that undermine the authority and function of the judicial system. Contempt can arise from actions that defy court orders, such as injunctions or restraining orders, particularly those related to nuisance involving lewdness, assignation, okay, or ostitution as specified in, and then it gives the section and/or code of Alabama. Now, the statute provides a framework for identifying behaviors that constitute contempt, emphasizing the importance of adherence to judicial directives. All right. Now, the process begins with the filing of a complaint under oath, detailing the facts that constitute the alleged violation. Now, this step is crucial as it sets the stage for the court to assess whether the actions in question meet the threshold of contempt. Now, the complaint must be sufficiently detailed to allow the court to issue a warrant for the arrest of the alleged offender, ensuring rather, why I can't talk today, that the judicial process is respected and upheld. Okay. And you guys can read more into this. So given that, it may be a warrant issued for him if he doesn't move out. If Marquez goes to the court and say, hey, said person is still living in the house with my children and it's been ordered by the court, and he can take his paperwork there and say, hey, it says right here, a section that this person was supposed to be out of the house by 8/25, and I can prove that this person still lives there. It could definitely be a bad thing for Ken, especially if he's still on probation as well. It could be a violation of his probation to even be getting in trouble. Okay, so if he's not following the direct order of the courts, that could be bad for him. What y'all think about it? It said look up family court. Let's see what family court got to say. Y'all got me in here, child, like I'm like I'm in court. Let's see, family court for violations of direct orders, I guess, in Alabama. All right, let's see. All right. So Trish could mess herself up here if she don't. Let's see what it reads. All right. So Miss Tiffany Thomas said, look up family court. So we did. Let's see what it says. All right. In Alabama, violations of court orders, particularly those related to visitation or custody, can lead to several consequences. Contempt of court. If a parent intentionally denies visitation rights, that don't. Yeah. No. Let's look up enforcement of orders in Alabama. Violation of order. Let's see what they say. All right, so that's about visitation. I don't think that has anything to do with police assistance, modification of order, schedule. That don't. What are the consequences for Alabama violating child support order? Yeah, that don't. Spousal support payments, no. Custodial. Can a custodial parent in Alabama be arrested for withholding visitation? Will legal action be taken enforcement property? No. How does Alabama handle enforcement? Custody arrangement outlined is the force decree? No. What steps can I take if my ex-spouse is not paying? That's just for child support. Let me see. Let's go back. Let's see. Family court violations orders or move out. Let's see if they have anything. I'm not seeing anything. Relocation of custody law. Violation of custody. This is talking about custody. Will be enforced. Alabama revocation. I don't want to spend so much time on this because I got what? One more topic? Two more topics. I'm trying to see what it says about the move out order per family court. In Alabama, let's see. Violations of direct orders, particularly custody orders, can lead to significant legal consequences that sound like what I just read. Yeah, that doesn't apply to what we're talking about. Letter of the parent providing details. Court will hold a hearing to determine. Somebody said Trish will be holding in contempt. All right, let me go get some comments right quick before we move on. I don't want to stay on this too long because, baby, we gotta move on to the next. Motion for contempt can be filed on all violation court orders. Okay. Yeah, I didn't give specifics in terms of him moving out. It just says that he would be held in contempt for not following the direct order. I think we already knew that. Somebody said that Trish could be held in contempt. Yeah, because she's allowing him to be there when she also knows the order as well. Somebody says that I just want to know who will be the one in trouble. Kim. It's gonna be both of them, to be honest with you, because she's also been ordered the same for him to move out. It's understood, but you allowing him to still stay there. Which that could be a direct order for her as well, or direct contempt for her as well. Said Marquez better handle that because Trish definitely would do it. Yeah. If it was on him to where the court said, hey, your girlfriend got to move out, cannot be around the kids, and Trish found out that his girlfriend was still staying in the house and the kids would, she would definitely go downtown, file some type of junction towards him and have his ass in trouble. So I feel like Marquez should definitely do the fucking same. I do. What's good for the goose is good for the damn gander. Yes, Monique wants monetary. Yeah. But y'all can put in there, child. I see y'all saying both of them. Trish, they said that Trish will say that's not what's in the paper. Yeah, well, she can say what she want to say about that paperwork, but that's verbatim, baby. It tells you what you can and cannot damn do. All right, so let's get into this last piece of info. Now, shout out to Real Talk Bougie, and you guys have sent me this. Y'all wanted me to talk about it. I said I would. With crazy ass, let's get it up. Shirley Strawberry ex-husband, child. All right, y'all see that? I'm gonna have to read it from my Ernesto. All right, Ernesto. Shout out again to Real Talk Bougie because that's where I saw it. Let me give her credit because she did break the news and bring it to the YouTube streets. All right, we always want to do that. I also hit her in the DM about this information as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna read it from my phone so I can blow it up a little bit. So we'll know why the hell he is back in court again for some more fraud, because that's what his ass loves to do. He lives for fraud. Y'all hear me? So thankfully, Shirley Strawberry got the hell away from him, but shout out to Real Talk Bougie. Let's put this one up first, because these are all of the new charges that he currently has. All right. Those are new charges, child. I don't know what the hell is going on with Ernesto. I really don't. I really don't. But again, shout out to Real Talk Bougie. As you guys can see, Ernesto Williams, all the way down. 8/28/25, 5/20/25. So on 8/28, y'all ready for this? Because I know y'all can barely see it. All right, so on 8/28/2025, Ernesto says the NJ non-complex is given the type or whatever charge it is. I'm not sure what that is because I'm not an attorney. Now on 5/20/2025, it says the CS capital SEX crime. Y'all hear that? On 4/23/2024, he had a general complex. I don't know what that is, GC. On 9/29/2022, repeat offender. On 9/29, again, repeat offender for Ernesto. On 7/30/2022, are in pre-file criminal charges. So his most recent charge, as we can see, which was on 8/28/2025, is what we're getting ready to read, okay? Shout out to, again, let me give her credit, all right? Okay, because I did send her a DM on this information. I definitely want to talk about it. Y'all know I've been covering some stuff for Ernesto. Let's go ahead and read what the court document has to say. In the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of identity fraud. Okay, it gives the statute number for the said accused individually as a person concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about March 15th of 2022, willfully and fraudulently without authorization and consent used and possessed with intent to use the name of Amanda Johnson, identifying information concerning a person by causing a lease agreement for a residence located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia, to be fraudulently notarized using Amanda Johnson's name, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. This motherfucker here. Yo. Says, and the grand jury, the grand jurors aforesaid in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia do charge and accuse Ernesto Williams with the offense of forgery in the first degree. It gives the statute number for the said accused individually as a person concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about March 15th of 2022, with the intention to defraud, knowingly made and possessed a fraudulent notary seal stamp in the name of Amanda Johnson, a writing other than a check in such manner that the writing as made reported to have been made by Amanda Johnson and by authority of Amanda Johnson, who did not give such authority, and utter to deliver and said writing contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. This nigga is crazy. Like, how you thought you were gonna get away with that? Okay, and the grand jurors aforesaid in the name of the behalf of the citizens of Georgia do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the first offense of forgery in the first degree. It gives the statute number for the said accused individually and as persons concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia, or about March 15th, in the intent to defraud, knowingly made and possess a fraudulent notary, as we just said. Okay, so that's just the same shit. Okay. Also, check this out. There's some more. Theft of services. All right. It says that the grand jury says in the name of behalf of the citizens of Georgia do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of theft of services. It gives a statute for the said accused individually as a person concerned in the commission of a crime to Fulton County, Georgia, and between March 15th of 2022 and June the 6th of 2022 by deception and with the intent to avoid payment, knowingly obtain services, accommodations, and the use of personal property which were available only for compensation by entering into a lease agreement with Mark Kroll for the residence located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia, which included the use of furnishings and appliances, and which included services including landscape maintenance, pool maintenance, and termite protection by entering into a lease using a fraudulent trust as the reported tenant and providing false information on the lease. Now, Shirley Strawberry also stayed at this same house with him. Okay, this is when they were married. He and Shirley Strawberry stayed at this residence together. And by failing to pay rent for the lease, including by uttering and delivering two bad checks to Mark Kroll, and the services accommodations and the use of personal property, which were the subject of the theft, exceeded $24,999.99 in value, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. I don't know what the hell Shirley was doing with him, but baby, let's see. Was there some more? Okay, yeah. All right, so let's see. All right, the grand jury said, in the name of behalf of the citizen of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams of the offense of deposit account fraud. It gives the statute says for the said accused individually and as a person concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about March 22nd of 2022, made, uttered, and delivered check number 99, written 99. That's child. They just opened that account. Written in the amount of $13,000 to Mark Kroll, and instrument for the payment of money on Wells Fargo Bank in exchange for the present consideration of rent for the residence located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia, knowing that the check would not be honored by the drawee, contrary to the laws of said state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. This motherfucker, y'all. Okay, hold on. Was there more? Wait. Was there more? Okay, see, he also has another forgery for third degree as well. This motherfucker getting all the charges. So he has another forgery charge, okay? Another forgery charge on or about, hold on, April the 6th of 2022, all right? So it says that with the offense of forgery in the third degree, it gives the statute for said accused individually and as a person concerned in the commission of a crime in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about April the 6th, with the intent to defraud, knowingly made, possessed, uttered, and delivered counterfeit check number 5611, written in amount of $13,000 to Seasons Conference. What is that? Oh, heating and AC. So it's to a heating and AC place where he wrote a check for $13,000, check number 5611, using fictitious drawee or drawer name, Black Heritage Radio Association, and the fictitious drawee name Urban Trust Bank, and in such manner that the check was made, reported to have been made by authority of Urban Trust Bank, who did not give such authority, contrary to the laws and said state. What is wrong with him? Is there another one? Let's see. Yes, another fraud. All right. So grand jury effort said, in the name of behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Ernest Williams with the offense of deposit account fraud. It gives the statute for the said accused individually as a person concerned in the commission of the crime in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about April 6th of 2022, made, uttered, and delivered check number 5611, written in the amount of $13,000 to Season Comforts Heating and AC, an instrument for the payment of money on Urban Trust Bank in exchange for the presence of consideration of HVAC system replacement for the residents located at 980 Pine Grove Road, Roswell, Georgia, knowing that said check would not be honored by the drawee, contrary to the laws and state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. So he got major charges, y'all. Several other charges. It's like three or four additional charges in addition to what he's already facing. Y'all know that he was already facing the cruelty to animals, where they said he was doing some sexually explicit shit to animals as well. Okay, and also was touchy-feely to an underage child as well. Okay. And yeah, y'all know he was married to Shirley Strawberry, which her divorce is now finalized with him. Thank the Lord. But he is still heard on jail phone calls, and you guys can go over there to phone calls from prison and listen to that. But again, shout out to Real Talk Bougie, because she did bring that to the YouTube streets. If you guys want to look it up, the clerk number is 255CC0. Let me put it up here. Clerk number, honey, so y'all can see, and y'all can go pull it up on your own. All right, clerk number. And y'all can read it in its entirety at your leisure. Okay, C005427. All right, boom. Okay, that's the clerk number. Y'all want to pull it up, and that's in Fulton County Superior Court. All right, Fulton County Superior Court. For those of you that like to pull up documents, honey, you can go and pull that right on up. Fulton, hold on. Fulton Superior Court. Okay, that's where it is. Fulton Superior Court. All right. The state of Georgia versus Ernest Williams, aka Ernest Levette Williams, aka Nesto. They got all his damn AKAs. Okay. So yeah, all right. So they got him for forgery and first degree, theft of services, deposit account fraud. Okay, those are the charges. Okay, hold on, and it's another one. Okay, and deposit account fraud. So he is listed for all of those. Okay, he's listed for all of those. Hold up. Yeah, honey. That's his ass, child. I don't know what the hell he was thinking and how he thought he was gonna get away with that shit. But right, yeah. So Fulton County Superior Court, it was filed, it says on 8/28 of 2025 by Shay Xander's clerk of court. All right, he has, let's see. Oh, wait, 66 charges. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and upload this and I'll send it. Okay. Shout out again to Real Talk Bougie. Let me give her credit on that, baby. Y'all know we've been covering this shit for Ernesto, and it's not surprising that he got more charges. So I'm gonna put it up so y'all can see everything that the courts are charging his ass for again. So he got more. He's never getting out. Y'all remember the jail phone calls? He was saying, "Oh, he's got such and such amount of time before he's getting out again." No, nigga, you're not getting out. You're really not getting out now. All right, so let's take that down so I can upload this next document so y'all can see all the charges that his ass got. These are new charges too. All right, hold on. Child. All right, download. Let's get back here. Share. Okay, yep. Again, shout out to Real Talk Bougie. Y'all see all these charges? That's the clerk number. All right. Fulton County Superior Court, the state of Georgia, identity fraud. The second one is forgery in the first degree. The third one is theft of services. The fourth one is deposit account fraud. The fifth one is forgery in the third degree. 6 is deposit account fraud. As you guys can see, the state of Georgia, Ernesto Williams, Fulton County Superior Court filed and give the file date, clerk of court. So y'all know that's a legit document. Again, shout out to Real Talk Bougie. Y'all see her watermark there. All right. So if y'all want to hear more about it, because she goes more into detail, I'm gonna send y'all on over there because she did, like I said, feed the streets with that info. All right. But that's it. This motherfucker is crazy. All right. Okay, I did want to talk about this too. Because we've been talking about Tamar all week. Let's do this last one and then we're gonna go. I promise. Okay. I was going back and forth on if I wanted to talk about it. Let's go ahead and add it up here. All right. Tamar Braxton shared that her sisters threatened to boycott filming if Kevin Sr. appeared on the Braxtons. All right. Said if she revealed, the same thing happened when she brought her niece, Ashley. Ashley is the daughter of Michael Braxton, their brother. They have a brother named Michael Braxton, who's named after their father, who has a daughter named Ashley. She is going to be seen on the new season of the Braxton Family Values, or the Braxtons rather, coming up in October, where she's going to be sharing some very deep, dark secrets of the family and things that happened. It was alleged that Trina's ex-husband, Gabe, may have done some inappropriate things to her, and she wants to talk about it. And the family have kind of turned their backs. Michael Braxton has served his own daughter a cease and desist so that she cannot speak on said situation. But Tamar has taken it upon herself to bring Ashley onto the show, and Ashley is going to be talking about it. Now, Tawanda and Trina have said that they do not agree with it. They want nothing to do with it. They're not speaking to Ashley right now, from what I've been told. And for what I've looked up as well, but they're saying that Tony, they're saying, is just kind of in the middle. Tony is just like, okay, I agree, but I don't agree. So she's not kind of choosing sides in this. So you guys are going to see that kind of play out on the show coming up in October. Okay, so let's continue. It says that according to Tamar, her sisters refused to film with her and completely dismissed her feelings, which led to a major falling out within the family. It said that while Toni tried to remain neutral and understanding on both sides, Tamar stood firm in her belief that Ashley had every right to use their family's platform to spread awareness about what she had endured. It said that Tamar emphasized that too much has already been swept under the rug, and it was important to her that Ashley's story be heard rather than being silenced. Y'all know that last season they had Tracy Braxton's son on there to tell his story in terms of what he was dealing with. Obviously, he did not need to be filming. There was some tension between he and his father, at which we later saw a video of his father heard hitting him and being aggressive towards him, to where they were screaming back and forth in an argument. Tawanda did not want Tracy's husband to film and was saying that they were cutting filming if he was seen with the cameras or trying to film. They only wanted their son, which was Tracy's son, to film so that he could tell his story, where he was after his mother's passing. All right. So now also I saw, and I shared this on my Camera Real Show page, Tamar has now admitted that Mendices tried to shoot his shot at her, that he tried to talk to her, but she declined his advances. So it gives, you put him in this video, you guys are seeing so kissy and so close in the video. You're supposed to be really close friends with Yandy. It's weird that now Mendices is said to have tried to talk to and or have some type of relationship situation with Tamar. But going back into this situation with this show coming up, and Ashley Braxton joining the show. Now, they said that Tamar, of course, is fighting with her sisters because she's siding with Michael Braxton's daughter, Ashley, about coming to the show to spill family secrets. Now, I'm not really about spilling family secrets if it's something that's very private, such as someone putting their hands on you in that way or touching you inappropriately. I feel like the family maybe should fix that on the outside. But then you can't tell a person how they heal. You can't tell a person how they can heal and what process they use, because sometimes talking about it out loud is therapeutic for people, right? So I don't really want to be like, oh, she shouldn't do that, because maybe that's her way of, you know, getting her help through her speaking out about what she is or maybe have dealt with. And they're saying that Gabe may have done something inappropriate to her, and now she's to the point that she wants to talk about it, and she went to Tamar, and Tamar kind of said, hey, come on the show, girl, and talk about it. But how is that going to fit with her having a cease and desist against her where her father having a cease and desist against her, in terms of saying that she cannot speak on him or anything else as related to said situations or circumstances involving their family? What do y'all think about that? Again, we'll get to see that play out this October when the Braxtons come back on our TV screens. I'll give you guys an update when that date is and when that's going to be showing, because I'll watch it. I do watch the Braxtons. I watched it since they first came onto the show, but it's given that Tamar's had like a little knockdown drag out with her sisters, Tawanda and Trina, because she is kind of bucking against their desire to have Ashley Braxton on this show to tell family secrets. So that's what's going on with that, and y'all will see that unravel on the show coming up in October. All right, that's it, and that's all. I ain't got no more, child. Y'all can't wait either. It's gonna be juicy, and Tamar is gonna have some type of interaction with Toni, where Toni gonna be like this on her ass. Toni gonna jump up out of her chair and fly over into Tamar's face and be checking her. So I don't know what it's gonna be about, because it was in the promo of their show. But baby, it look like it's gonna be good. So I will be watching, and I may cover the Braxtons this season too, because it looks like it's gonna be really good this season. So thank y'all for joining. Okay, I appreciate you all for coming over and joining the show. Please don't forget again to tap on that like button. Let me go ahead and thank my people, my top flight mods. Y'all know I love y'all down. Scorpion Miss, Sweet Essence, Rose Armstead, True TV Podcast, KBR, and Tyra. Thank y'all for doing an awesome job of keeping the trolling down. Also, thank you to all the content creators that may have stopped through here. Thank you, Shay Renee, if you're in the bushes. Thank you, Schoolboy was here. Thank you, Sunny Days. Thank you, Simple Mom Family TV, Purple Unicorn. Thank you. I saw somebody else. Messy Hoes ATL, thank you for being here, love. Thank you, Astute Queen B, Just a T, please. I saw you. Dear Retalk Show, I did see you in the chat as well. Thank you guys for all stopping by. You guys could have been doing your own videos on your own platforms, but you guys stopped by to show me love over here and support my video and my channel as well. I do appreciate you guys for that. Purple Unicorn, I see you, love. Thank you for being here. And all the content creators. If I missed you guys, please charge to my head, not my heart. Mods, if you please let me know. JCD Creations. They're telling me that person was here as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If we have any new subscribers, thank y'all for coming over and subscribing to the channel. Please tell a friend to come on over and subscribe as well. Okay. As you guys can see, we have the tea over here. We talk about all topics. All right. Hood, street stuff, politics, celebrity news, all types of news. Whatever you guys want to hear about, you're gonna hear about it right over here because we talk about everything. All right, we talk about God quotes and everything. All right, if you want to talk about God, we talk about God over here too. All right, if you need a spiritual moment, we have those as well. Okay, so thank y'all for joining the show. I will be hitting you guys with another video later on, so please keep your notifications on so you know when I go live. All right. If nothing else, honey, let's get on out of here and let's go.
Even
Bye.
when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.